we have been deprived of our rightful positions, of our rightful place at home or in the society as children, as men of God. And God has sent me here today with a charge to uproot those lies that the devil has told and plant good seeds, because there's a change that has to happen today. There's a story of a man. I will not disclose his name now, but the story of a man. He was born in the 18th century. The reason, I even know about him now. It means there's a lot of impact he created, a lot. He was born in the 18th century to a poor family in Kent, in the UK. Then he migrated to New York in the US. He was I would say in that time they called him a peasant, because that's what he was. But he later on navigated from being an apprentice in a soap manufacturing industry to become the owner of a soap and candle manufacturing industry. His name was William Colgate. If you've ever heard of him, you know everything that people say about this guy was that he was diligent, he was very disciplined, he was a man of faith, a man of tithing. He believed so much in tithing. He would give 10, 20, 30, 40, 50% of what he earned to God. He believed that his blessing was tied to that. He was a man of valor. In the Bible terms, the Bible will call him a man of valor. William Colgate was his name. He was born in the era of the Industrial Revolution. And if you know about the Industrial Revolution, a lot of people opened companies here and there, but his company he stood out. Everybody knew him for the fact that his products were of quality. The soaps he produced, they were the first even soaps. So all the batches of soaps were even, uniform. The packaging was on point as well, and that was uncommon in that time. But this man forged on. And today we know about him. At least everyone here has used a Colgate product in his life. I believe so. That was a man of valor. And in this era, we are in what I will call the AI revolution. And God is looking, just like Jaye said, looking for men, women as well, to empower with, I would say, divine wisdom, just like Niyayumi said as well. Divine wisdom, so that he can use them to change the world, to do exploits in the society, not only in the church, in the society as well. So will you be that man is the question. And as I was pondering on this topic, I believe the Lord revealed 4 major blockers of greatness. We are the ones who are shooting ourselves in the foot. Because the destiny of a man of God, the destiny of a woman of God, the destiny of the children of God is greatness. It is very beautiful on the back of a horse. The view from the back of a horse is very beautiful. You don't want to be the one walking like a servant. The first blocker of greatness is doubt. Whether it's self-doubt or it's doubting that God called you, the first blocker of greatness is doubt. If you open to Exodus 4, verse 10 to 14, you listen to the conversation that God had with Moses. Jesus Christ. The conversation God had with Moses. At some point, God literally asked him, am I not the one who made your mouth? How can you tell me you're a stammerer? I'm the one sending you. Duh. But even after that, Moses told him, Lord, I cannot go, send somebody else. And that's what most of us are doing. You're pregnant with a destiny, but you want to miscarry. The tools that you need to accomplish purpose, to deliver safely, are in your hands. The staff was always in Moses' hand. The cloak was always on him. But he didn't believe he could do it. That's what doubt can do. And guess what? God gave him somebody else to speak for him. He gave him Aaron. And Aaron was speaking for him. You think it's a good compromise, but a few years down the line, what happened? 3,000 Israelites died because Aaron built a golden calf. The Aaron that the people looked up to as a leader instead of Moses. If William Colgate doubted himself, I will not even know about him today. If we had to write a new Bible, his name would be inside because he was a man of valor. The next blocker of greatness, I don't have much time, is the lack of self-control. I cannot emphasize this enough, but self-control will kill that which God has put. Lack of self-control, will kill that which God has put in you. Just imagine that Boaz didn't have self-control. This guy was sleeping at night. Naomi sent Ruth and said, go and open his cloak and just lie beside him. If this man was like some of us here today, but he said, no, I'll do things the right way. He recognized there was somebody beside him and he said, look, just be of good. I don't know how the Bible puts it, but in the morning he went and he hastened things up to make sure that he marries her before doing things the right way. Now, if he didn't do that, I don't even know if Ruth, I don't know, if Boaz would have been attached to this. You know, Ruth is in the genealogy of Jesus. If Boaz would have been attached to that, I don't know. But now we recognize him as a man of greatness, as a man of valor, because of this self-control. Self-control is a fruit of the Spirit. It's not a gift. There are two different things. If to have a fruit, you need to grow. You cannot be a tree and you don't grow and you produce fruit. Growth, there are many things involved in growth, but one of them is pruning. That pruning is what I call discipline. If you want to have self-control, you need to subdue your flesh to the discipline that will yield the fruit called self-control. It takes hard work to have self-control. And if you want to be a man of valor, you need to stamp your foot on the ground and say, I have to do this. You cannot keep giving yourself the excuse that, she was just too beautiful. Come on. There are so many beautiful people. What will you do with your life? You waste it. As I speak of these things, please, as a lady, you would bear men one day. As a woman, you would give birth to men. These are words that you should carry. Carry these words, digest them, and listen. The words that the Lord speaks through all of us here, they are spirit and they are life. Don't focus on the things we are saying. 2 years down the line, you remember these things and you remind your son about it. Don't ignore it. The third blocker of greatness is the lack of foresight. Foresight could be seen as you planning ahead or anticipating consequences. As a man, you need to see yourself as a generation. That's how God sees you. As a man, you need to see yourself as a generation. God sees you as such. When you're doing the actions you're doing, think ahead. What will happen a few years down the line? Will I be able to explain to my daughter why every single person she calls auntie I've slept with? Think about those things. Foresight. If Abraham didn't have foresight, he would have stained the blessing of God on his life. Abraham was supposed to be a man blessed by God. The king of Sodom in Genesis chapter 14, verse 21 to 23. When you have your time, you can read it, please. He proposed to Abraham. He said, look, because Abraham had helped him recover the things he had lost in a certain battle. So he told him, take the goods and give me the people. Abraham said, never. Lest they say one day, lest you say that I blessed or I made Abraham rich. Imagine that today I was reading my Bible and then somebody told me that the king of Sodom, pagan Sodom, you remember what happened to Sodom? Imagine someone told me that the king of Sodom is the one that made Abraham rich. Will he really be called the man of, or the father of faith? He didn't stain his legacy by accepting that gift from this man. That's foresight. The last gift of the last blocker of greatness. This one is a silent killer. It's called complacency. And I think my brothers have spoken about that. Complacency. Proverbs chapter 1 verse 32 says that the complacency of a fool destroys him. If William Colgate was complacent, I wouldn't have known about him. He was born into a poor home, but he took his destiny into his hands. And I'm telling you here today as I conclude, I'm giving you with this charge here today as I conclude, that the life or the death of the destiny God has put into your hands depends on you alone, nobody else. Don't deceive yourself. The life or the death of the destiny God has put into your hand, I'm talking to you as a lady as well. The life or death of the destiny He has put into your hand depends on you. So as you partner with God to be equipped to be a man of valor or a woman of destiny, He will begin to give you those solutions we need in this AI era, for instance, to do exploits in the society. God bless you.